but it feels like I'm invisible, especially within the church. Sometimes it feels like marriage comes so easily to people who don't even care about God, while faithful women like me are left waiting. I don't want to idolize marriage, but I also don't want to live the next decade unseen, untouched, and ignored. I'm not losing my faith, but I feel stuck between my body, my spirit, and my reality. I just don't know where to take this frustration. So my question is, where do Christian women go with this type of frustration? The kind that's not about losing faith, but about feeling stuck between your body, your spirit, and your reality.
Here's a question for you. Is marriage overrated?
Why aren't people getting married anymore?
A new Pew Research poll found that 2 in 5 young adults think marriage is an outdated tradition.
Marriage rates are at their lowest right now.
Is marriage really even worth it?
More than half of marriages end in divorce.
If you get married, you have to be stuck with this person for the rest of your life, right? That's why you get married. So that's why it's declining. Why would you get married if you want to have just one partner when you can have multiple?
Marriage is stupid.
Welcome to the Married AF podcast, the self-proclaimed greatest marriage and relationship podcast in the world. New chapter, episode 101. We're on the way to the next 100 episodes. My name is Matt Powers, alongside what is in my phone as the hottest woman on the planet, my beautiful wife, Monica. And here we go. We're going to kick off the next 100 with a lot of fun. I hope you are ready, because these are always favorites.
Yes. Do you think that it will take as long to get to the next 100 as it did this?
No.
Is that is there a certain time that it's supposed to take for a podcast to get to 100?
Not necessarily, because it just really kind of depends on the cadence and how often you do this. Now, it took us like 3.5 years because we weren't very consistent for a while. But
I didn't want to do it at all.
If we are consistent, by this time in 2 years, we'll be at the next 100. Because if we do really one episode every single week, 52 weeks in a year, 104 episodes will happen on 2 years from this date, which is September 13th of 2025. So if we're consistent, we would realistically be looking towards the end of August of 2027. We'll see. Mark that down. Timestamp it.
Too excited.
Screenshot it. You never know. We could make it. I doubt it, but we'll try. We'll do the very best we can. As long as people want to keep listening and the Lord keeps taking it places, then you know what? Hey, we just may make that happen.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to get into Q&A? Because Q&As are always great and always fun.
I always tell you the top 10 or top 10.
You like to give us top 10.
I do. But this time I want to do a different one.
All right, hit me. Top what?
Top 10 countries.
Top 10 countries. Let me guess. Number one is
obviously
probably going to be the USA.
Yes.
USA.
Of course.
Very nice.
But
always love a good Borat. Anyways, so number one's US. What's number two?
I'm going to butcher it.
Czech.
Yes. That's just it, right?
That's how we're going to say it.
It's just Czech.
We're probably wrong. And if you're listening,
Please,
obviously you do
everybody that
listen
lives
from
there.
Let us know the proper way to say that.
That's number two.
Number two?
Yeah.
Germany's got to be number three.
Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Germany is number 4.
That's Xander Bogaerts in the World Baseball Classic plays for the Netherlands. Little fun fact, because he's from Aruba.
Oh. Number 5, Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. We've had Bangladesh before, which is really, really cool. I don't even know where Bangladesh...
But I've never done a top 10 to...
No, I don't even know
countries.
where Bangladesh is located, actually. I mean, it's somewhere over Eurasia area, but I couldn't pinpoint it on a map. You
Okay.
lost your mind.
Well, the next one, I think you know where United Kingdom is.
I know where the UK is, yes.
And after that, you know exactly where Canada is.
I know where Canada is. I could locate Canada on a map if I needed to.
The next is number 8. I've always wanted to go here.
Australia.
Well, that is the place I want to
G'day,
go to.
mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. Let's not. Dumb and Dumber. One of the best movies ever.
Romania.
I'd like to go to Romania.
Mm-hmm. Number 9 and 10 have blown me away.
All right.
This is just so...
Was it like North Korea or something?
So cool. Close.
Okay.
Number 9 is Iran.
That's interesting. Okay.
So cool.
And what's number 10?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Maybe we should go visit.
Listen,
if people really want that, keep listening, and enough to do advertisements and stuff so we could afford to do a live show in Hong Kong. How cool would that be?
Yeah, that can't happen.
No, they don't care for that over there. It'd have to be a secret underground hidden live show for Hong Kong.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying we would love to visit. Absolutely.
Maybe
the amount
Bangladesh.
of rice that you would consume.
I love rice.
And the amount of sushi
you would consume.
Oh my goodness.
It would be a great thing. Well, thank you everyone who's listening, not just here in the US and A, but people all over the world. We love that. Who would ever thought that there would be an impact for us two bozos from Alabama to do a podcast about marriage would reach all over the world. Just shows that God can do amazing things. Can I share my little a God story prayer this morning that I had? So I was cutting the grass today, and I was a little frustrated because the lawnmower it wouldn't crank back up. Had gas, had oil.
I want to stop you right there.
Okay.
There are going to be, I know, a handful of people that are listening to this, and when they do listen to this, they're going to send me a text message and go, Powers is full of crap.
He don't cut grass. Yes.
He don't cut grass.
Listen, I'm saying for the record, I do cut grass. So I was cutting grass this morning. We were going. Lawnmower was working fine. And it's not a huge yard in the front. The backyard's gigantic, but that's going to be a whole lot of work. That's neither here nor there. So I'm doing the yard, and the lawnmower just stops. I empty it. I check the gas, check the oil. Everything's good. And
not once did you come get me to.
So it continues, just would not crank. So I turn it over, and the blade would turn, but then it would get stuck. So I kind of cleaned everything out. I began to take it apart, and I was beginning to lose my mind because it just still would not crank, would not start. And you and the girls had gone shopping, and I was like, all right, this is it. I did everything I could. I was putting it back together, and I was like, Lord, I've lost just about every bit of Jesus in me. Trying to get this back together. I'm ready to walk away from my faith fully right now because this is where I am with this stupid lawnmower. I said, so Jesus, this on you. Like, this better work. And you know what happens? Lawnmower cranks right up. Look at that. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? So, listen, he says pray for the big things. And the little things. We got the little things. We're good to go. So, okay, Q&A. Are you ready for this?
I don't know.
You might get fired up. You may want to.
I don't have any idea what's
be ready.
About to be
I mean, some of this is really good. Some of this we can offer, hopefully, some sound advice. The very first one is I'm a new mother, only 6 weeks postpartum.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations for sure, but I feel devalued and exhausted. My husband refuses to acknowledge a stay-at-home mom as real work. Just hold your horses for a second. He rarely helps out with the baby, and I am feeling overwhelmed caring for the baby and myself, and just feel like I have no support. He insists that I do not deserve the rest since stay-at-home mom all day isn't even a real job. Our relationship is deteriorating with daily arguments, resentment, and disrespect, leaving me questioning how to go forward. Before you erupt, because I know that's where you're about to go.
I'm about to take off this watch because my blood pressure's up and I don't want it to
give it to me. Just go ahead
go
and let
off
me have
and
it.
Say
so
overload.
I'm going to say from a man's perspective, and I know this has been a kind of an idea in the past that, being a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home parent, even as we see men do the same thing sometimes, but not near as much as women do. No, it's not a real job. You stay at home all day. How easy is that? Any dad who has ever thought that, even potentially thought that just a little bit, I can tell you from experience, the first time you stay home with your child all by yourself, you do not realize how much of a full-time, round-the-clock job it is. I mean, you're not sitting at your desk, 8 to 5, answering emails, on Zoom calls, or whatever you do for your job. It is round the clock. It never ends. So obviously, this is definitely a full-time job. So what are your thoughts?
And
here?
This is the first child.
First child, 6 weeks postpartum. You do not deserve rest is essentially, again, this is her side of the story. I know there's always three sides, but I believe that I can easily see where this is true.
I know this is true. I mean, not even just for her case, but
for many, many people.
Yeah. But there's also those moms that don't want their husbands to take care of their kids.
There is that. And we don't know if potentially he's
So-
getting some of that. Because
Right.
we've seen where moms are like, I take the kids everywhere. I don't allow my husband to take care of the child.
Right. But what I hear is you don't deserve. Who is this guy to say that? And, oh, man, it breaks my heart. It really does.
It is. It's a very hard
Because-
situation.
Just because that child is here doesn't mean they are now the new number one. Yes, they may have so many needs, especially so little, but one, they're not walking away from you. Two, they're not back talking you. You just feed them and wipe their butts. They do need attention.
Constant
Especially
attention.
depending on what kind of attention, because some kids, they're colic and they don't stop crying. But 6 weeks, and she doesn't deserve that. He's got something else going on.
Yeah, well, that's,
He is no longer putting her at number 2.
well, no, and that's kind of what I'm going to, is we have to be reminded as what our roles are as husbands are, to love our wives as Christ loved the church. I mean, that's what we're called to do. You never once saw Jesus belittle the church, demean the church, talk negatively about the church. Is there correction? Sure, but you never saw that. He sacrificed himself for the church, for the good. Your role as a husband is to do none of those things. You're not to compare jobs or withhold rest, but you are to serve and protect and honor your wife in every little thing that you do. That is your sole job.
He also gets to get out of the house. When I remember, I didn't know, and everyone that knew me, when they found out I was going to be a stay-at-home mom from when Elkie was born, every single one of them said, I'm going to give it 6 months and she'll be back. Everybody told me 6 months. Some even said less.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going absolutely berserk in the beginning. Not a depression type of thing, not because you weren't helping, because I am a doer. I need to be doing something. Hence the reason why now, if I've rearranged or the kids have told you that mom is rearranged, well, you will just go, okay, is our bedroom in the living room, the kitchen in the bedroom, that kind of thing, because I need to be doing something. So that was my driving you crazy in a sense, because what am I going to come home today? Well, she ripped up the kitchen floor.
You just don't know. That's happened, actually.
But
That's a true story.
I was there working, but also I was also at home with 2 kids. But even if this is still maternity leave type of situation, bro, if you ain't working on the weekends, let this woman sleep.
Weekends are yours.
Let
and
her brain rest.
That was kind of our deal, was weekends. Friday and Saturday night were me, all me. And with our first, with Cash, that's how it was until you went back to work, and then it was, hey, we're just going to kind of alternate and tag team now. Lucky for us, our son began sleeping through the night week 3, so we didn't really have to deal with that. Yeah, he'd wake up here and there, but not very often, so it wasn't a huge deal. But I get that it can be. As far as you who are going through this, just remember that you're doing work of the Lord by raising a child. Remember what Jesus says: "Come to me, all who are weary and need rest. Go to him for your rest. Don't try to find your rest in your husband." Yes, he needs to be there to provide and to help and to assist, but he's obviously not doing that right now. Go to Jesus for rest, because he will be able to find you the rest that you need to be able to find.
I would absolutely do all of those things, but I know not many people are an Enneagram 8 like me. And I would, if this were us, yes, I would do all of those things that you just said, but I'd also go to you and tell you, this is 50% your fault. Pick up the slack.
Yes, but most women are not going
No.
to be able to do that. So
I'm not, it doesn't hurt me to hurt somebody's feelings.
no, and that's essentially what you're going to have to do, is let him know that, hey, you got to step up. But remember, your worth is not defined by whether or not your husband is seeing you or supporting you. You are doing the will of God. As long as you're doing that, he's entrusted you with this gift. A child is a gift from God, so that's the biggest thing to remember. But yeah, it's definitely not fair. If your husband ever gets this, for God's sakes, let him know, like, you are not being a man we're submitting to right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. All right. So next question. We
Please
move
don't
on.
make my blood boil.
I'm going to try not to. My husband and I have been married for 7 years, together longer than that. We've been through good, bad, and ugly. We have a son. Lately, he's been talking in his sleep. Every now and then, he'll kiss me, says he loves me while half asleep, and he gropes me. I enjoy this because it doesn't...
Wait, the son or...
No, the husband.
Okay,
Yes.
My ears are...
Yep, nope. The husband
okay.
will be halfway asleep. He'll kiss me. He'll tell me he loves me and gropes me. Men do that. I enjoy this because it doesn't happen all the time when we are awake, and I yearn for that. It's like he's afraid to even touch me or be intimate. This morning, he was half asleep again. He groped me and kissed me and said, "Good morning, beautiful," and smiled. It made me feel good, but uneasy because he doesn't talk to me that way. It made me feel as if he was referring to someone else. He never sleeps away from the house. He works and comes home. Everything seems to be normal. Our intimacy is enough for me. I have suspected porn addiction or cheating, but my question is, could this mean he's cheating and calling someone else beautiful, or is he saying these things half asleep and he's afraid to say it while he's awake? What do? I don't know what to do. What are your thoughts here?
As a Christian pastor living with bipolar disorder, I know what it's like to love Jesus and struggle with my mental health. I'm Dave Quack, and that's why I started Sunburnt Souls. My life is messy, and it's usually the same for the guests I bring on, but we welcome Jesus into the mess and into the conversation and do our best to live for him, even when it's complicated. If you love Jesus, but sometimes your mind's a bit haywire, you're going to love Sunburnt Souls.
Go for it. You like it when he's groping you and he's doing all of these things? Grope him back. That's going to wake him up. And then if he doesn't know what's been, like he's been doing that, because you're guilty of doing that sometimes.
It happens. It happens.
I either take full advantage of it, or I completely throw you off and say, no, I am sleeping.
Yes, that has definitely happened. I would say I would love to say there's no porn addiction or cheating. My initial thought is this is probably all about you. He is probably dreaming of you, thinking of you in a very intimate sexual manner. Maybe for whatever reason, and who knows what the dynamic is here. He may be afraid to do these things to you, maybe because of constant rejection in the past. If he has tried this at all in the past and he's been shot down, it doesn't take long for a man to be continually shot down where he is just going to cut it off and be done completely. Yeah. I would lean to believe that that's probably where this came from, and take advantage of this. If he is doing this and you enjoy it, you initiate it while he's awake. You initiate it when he comes home from work or before you go to bed. You begin all of this instead of waiting for him to fall asleep. Go ahead and start it. If you're especially yearning for this and you need this, take the first step. Pull the naked woman. I mean, geez,
yes.
If you have kids, send the kids away for a night. Send them to a friend's house, a neighbor, a family member.
A couple hours.
A couple hours even. Get yourself prepared. Do your hair, do your makeup, put on some heels and nothing else. And listen, he's going to jump at that opportunity. Yes. But I would willing to bet that this is exactly what he is desiring, and because he is mostly asleep, it is just coming out because that is what he's actually feeling.
Take advantage of it.
Take full advantage of that. Next question. How do you tell your partner who you still love, but you are no longer in love with them? I've been married to my husband for 15 years, but I no longer feel romantically in love with him. Though I care for him deeply, as a person and a friend. I have no desire to cheat or leave him entirely, but feels more like companions than spouses. I've already told him I feel differently, but he seems to block it out because he wants to save the marriage. Counseling is scheduled, but I struggle to see how to express my feelings without crushing him.
Well,
you want my initial thought?
Does it say how long they've been together?
15 years they are. She is 35 and he is 40. Just my initial thought while you kind of process that. she's too plugged in on social media, and she's seeing these fictitious marriages and fictitious lifestyles of luxury and excitement and adventure. And she's thinking, why can't I have that? I should have that. And it has caused this false sense of I've fallen out of love with my husband because he's not taking me to Greece for a long weekend, and he hasn't bought me this new car or this new house, and I'm not able to do this. And that's what she thinks that she is desiring, and neglecting to see what her husband actually is and who he actually is. That's my initial thought is I think I've fallen out of love with him, but ultimately you have fallen in with this false sense of what you think marriage should be.
I could see that. My thought was there's a reason why you think you have fallen out of love with him that you did not disclose, which could possibly be where your mind went to, because that just, I mean, do they have kids? Is she this helicopter mom that's all over her kids all the time, and you have just let your husband over here? And how could you be in love with somebody that you don't have any kind of anything with anymore? No conversations. I mean, that's how people end up sleeping in different rooms.
Yeah. I mean, she says it feels more like companions than spouses. And you're probably both at fault for this, especially if there are kids. You let life happen and you stop pursuing one another.
But she's also saying that she's afraid that she's going to hurt him. That tells me she definitely still loves him, but at the same time, you can't schedule therapy or counseling and go into it with that mindset.
No, you can't. And I would say, she says she has told him, but he blocks it out because he wants to save the marriage, which I get. I wonder how you have told him. Like, have you really told him?
Words that
like, have you sat him down and just laid it out? Like, hey, this is exactly why I'm feeling this way. But have you told him why you are feeling this way? What you have seen, what you have noticed?
Why. Tell the why.
He has to fully understand why. And if he fully understands why, and don't do it while he's watching the game or when he just gets home from work, just cook him a dinner, have dinner, and just sit down and get into a deep conversation about it. I would be led to believe if he truly understands the why and his eyes have been open to it, then he will begin to be able to take the steps necessary to repair the damage that has been caused. And you can feel that burn that maybe you haven't felt in so long.
Because we're not getting the whole story.
No, I don't think so either.
Something has had to happen for you to fall out of love with him.
Yes, totally.
And I can't give you what do I do? How do I help? How do I fix? Answer if I don't know why. The why. No,
100% true.
And same for her husband.
100% true. So I think you need to have a full conversation and really let them know what's really going on. Next one. Is my husband not attracted to me, or am I overthinking? I'm a new mom navigating exhaustion and
You don't even have to read the rest of this question.
Hormonal roller coaster of postpartum life. Yes, no sexual intimacy. It says at first.
How long has she been How long postpartum is she?
I'm getting there. At first, my husband was patient and supportive, giving me time to heal after childbirth.
Well, duh.
We know about that.
Have
but
options there.
Now, 5 months later,
okay,
I'm confused and hurt because he still hasn't returned to the level of sexual intimacy that we once had. Before marriage and pregnancy, sex was frequent and passionate, but now it's only happened a handful of times. Instead, he mainly asks for oral or other things that focus on his pleasure, but he doesn't initiate or reciprocate with me in the same way. This makes me question whether or not he's still attracted to me, even though I don't believe that he is cheating. I recognize my body and life have changed, but there's still opportunities to connect, and he doesn't pursue them. I feel guilty asking for more because I know he works hard and don't want to add pressure. But my unmet need for intimacy leaves me feeling insecure and lonely.
I'm going to tell you what the problem is.
Tell me.
Porn.
Think so?
If a guy's not giving his wife what she needs and he's only wanting to please himself, what do guys do when they watch porn?
please themselves, and that's it.
He only wants her to do oral, please himself, and that's it.
I think you're probably onto something here. I could totally see that being the case. My wife's body has changed. She doesn't look like she once did. She's
So
not
let
the
me
same
go
person.
to porn who's, these people are starving themselves so they'll look the smallest they possibly can while they're getting beaten to death.
Yes,
And
doing
trying not
things
to
that
cry.
doing things that are
It's
not
not-
normal in a sexual relationship with your spouse at all. Now you can get wild and crazy and have a whole lot of fun, but yeah, porn is an alternate sense of reality. It's not real at all. And I've said it plenty of times before, but porn is the fastest way to destroy everything that you possibly have. Not just your marriage or your family, but your work life, just everything about it. Porn will destroy it so quickly. So I agree. I think that's possibly a direction he could be going. This again is just a huge conversation that you need to have. Another one, listen, this could be another sense of pulling the naked woman and taking charge. Like, you take full charge of everything. You control the whole narrative.
Get
You control
naked,
the show.
Walk into the room and say, hey, let's have sex.
No, not even that. You walk in there and you say, get your tail down on the bed. I'm going to have my way with you. And you know what?
It's going to be better than porn.
Definitely going to be better than porn. Most men are going to love that idea and be all in whenever it comes to that. All right, I've got two more real quick.
Okay.
Can a marriage survive if one partner has never truly found the other attractive? I feel deeply hurt and insecure because my husband admitted he has never been attracted to me. Sex life has been unfulfilling and often felt like it was only for his release. After years of suspecting this, he finally confessed, saying 85% of the issue is his insecurity and inexperience, and 15% is his lack of attraction. I feel embarrassed when he touches me and struggles with body image after having 2 children. This sounds just like the last one. Despite this, our marriage functions very well in every other way. We're very good friends. We have 2 children, successful careers, and a stable partnership. I don't want a divorce, but wonders how to move past this lack of attraction and rebuild the intimacy. I have a hard time with this one.
Those statistics did not add up for me.
85% is his insecurity and experience, and 15% his lack of attraction. I don't know.
His insecurity?
Yes, his insecurity.
Of what?
That I don't know. You've been married for a while. You have 2 kids.
Let me tell you what's wrong. A lack of communication.
Totally.
You suspected that that's what it was, and then he told you how long later? Girl, why aren't you talking? If y'all are best friends tell each other everything.
I have a hard time believing that you were never truly attracted. Like, never. I know looks aren't everything, and that's not the end all be all. You're not going to marry a woman because she's hot. Just not. That's not going to be the reason.
I mean, it's one of the reasons.
I haven't got there yet, but you're not going to marry the girl because, oh my gosh, she's so hot. She's a 12 out of 10. Unbelievable. Physical attraction is extremely important.
Yes.
And it matters. That's what initially gets us to that person.
Catches your eye.
Catches your eye. And sex is a huge important part of marriage. So I think it's very important, one, that you have attraction on the beginning, but you're able to continue that attraction throughout the marriage. And it's important that you as an individual, you do your part and you take care of yourself, and you want to remain attractive for your spouse. So I don't believe any of this nonsense that he's never been attracted.
And it's only 15%.
Is he saying lack of attraction?
75%. You're great. Let's go.
Yeah, so I listen. I think you're right. I think
his insecurities of not being experienced.
Yeah,
you got 2 kids. You got some experience.
I'm sorry, that's a lazy excuse. And
that sounds like BS.
That's
some people just don't like sex.
Well, I can't understand that, but
I don't either.
You need to talk about it. I don't believe for a second that he was never once attracted to you whatsoever. Very last one. I'm a Christian woman in my late 20s who has been abstinent for 5 years after rededicating my life to God. I've worked hard to honor him emotionally, spiritually, and physically, but honestly, I'm tired. She's not married.
Okay.
I love God and don't want to walk away from my faith, but I feel worn down by the loneliness, the silence, and the constant tension between my faith and my humanity. I long for intimacy, physical touch, and to be pursued. I want to have sex, but it feels like I'm invisible, especially within the church. Sometimes it feels like marriage comes so easily to people who don't even care about God, while faithful women like me are left waiting. I don't want to idolize marriage, but I also don't want to live the next decade unseen, untouched, and ignored. I'm not losing my faith, but I feel stuck between my body, my spirit, and my reality. I just don't know where to take this frustration. So my question is, where do Christian women go with this type of frustration? The kind that's not about losing faith, but about feeling stuck between your body, your spirit, and your reality. So here you have a Christian woman. She is in her late 20s. She is not married. She's been sexually active in the past. She found Jesus and has been abstinent for 5 years since she has, which is unbelievable. That's incredible.
Kudos to you, girl.
But she's asking for advice like, hey, I miss that. I long for that, but I'm not going to dishonor God. But man, I'm tired. What would your advice be for her?
I don't think you're ready for what I'm about to say.
Maybe not.
Girl, you need to get a really good workout at the gym. I mean, you need to run on that elliptical as long as you possibly can, and to the point you are almost exhausted. Then you go home and you take you a real good shower. A real good shower.
No, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that.
I think she's going to pick up what I'm putting down.
I think she very well may, but in a larger sense.
Because the moment you give in, you're going to regret every decision. All the bad decisions. It's never going to be a, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. You're going to hate yourself. There's no point in hating yourself when you can. I know that it's got to be the hardest thing. I couldn't imagine being in that position because we've been together since I was 15. And if I did not have you, I wouldn't really know what to do either except go run on an elliptical for as long as you could possibly last, go get a really hot shower and enjoy every ounce of that shower, and then you're gonna get a real good night's sleep. And if I'd had to do that 4 to 6 times a week, I probably would have to.
Yep.
Get you a body pillow.
So in a larger sense though, because the church doesn't do a very good job with single people.
Nope.
They just don't.
I've noticed this for years. And I noticed that the moment we started doing Married AF.
Yes, they do not do a great job with singles and what singles need to do because our human nature, we have sexual urges. And I mean, it's tough to resist that. That's why, that's why the Bible talks so much about sexual urges and sexual sin. It's the only sin that the Bible says to run from. It's like turn away from your sin, turn away from this. But it says to run from sexual sin because it is the first. It's so easy to be cracked. And you said it great. I mean, it's the moment you do, the moment you give in, you're going to regret it. You're going to hate yourself for a moment. You're going to feel awful.
It's going to be a really hot 15 minutes.
Yeah, but after that,
and you're going to enjoy every single second of it. But the moment it's over, and you start thinking, now that you've gotten what you were yearning for,
it's going to be immediate regret.
Yeah,
it's immediate regret. So, my advice would be don't, definitely that, but don't give in, don't lose hope, don't lose faith.
This is exactly why we started or are starting Single AF.
This is the exact reason because
at our church,
which I agree. It's the church hasn't done a great job of just the church as a whole of helping single people navigate that. And
yes, there's the Christian Mingle. There's the
Christian Mingle's a dating app. Compare it to Tinder. Give me a break.
It's also a movie.
It is, isn't it? But definitely find
about the app.
You use the church to be a support system, small groups with other women, other singles. Maybe this is your opportunity to create some sort of singles ministry at your church to be able to bring singles together, one, to support each other, but who knows who you may meet there. Your advice has always been so solid. Run as fast as you can to Jesus, and when you see someone that catches your eye running with you, that's the one you try to get it close to and get to know who that person is. And yeah, it can be long and frustrating. I cannot even imagine being in those shoes. But always trust God's timing. You're not broken for feeling this way. It's totally natural to feel this way. But I think the biggest thing would be find people to help support you, small groups. And I would say, hey, go out on a limb and maybe start some sort of singles ministry. It could be something that could really be started and help a lot of people, because there are a lot of people in the church who are single, who are navigating this, who are struggling with this, and they feel lost. Like, I don't know what to do.
I'm so excited about the singles small group.
I am too. I can see the Lord doing.
There's a major need for it, and
there is.
You just have to be the person that steps up and does it.
Yeah, just give it.
It might not look like what you want it to at the beginning, but keep going.
Give it
Don't
to the
give
Lord.
up.
Let Him work it. Let Him do it, and just watch and see what happens. Any final thoughts before we get out of here? All right.
I love you.
I love you. Episode 101 in the books. Off to the next 100. Road to 200. Here we go.
Okay.
God, we love you. We are so thankful for what you do. We're thankful for these opportunities. We're thankful for this platform. And God, just want to pray over every single person who hears this, every single marriage, relationship, the single people who are navigating this idea of what in the world am I supposed to do when I feel all alone. God, just surround them with supportive people. God, give them the strength to be able to do that, the peace of being where they are, to be content where they are currently, and just to know that you are in control of it all and that your path and your plan is bigger than we could ever imagine, even though you don't tell us about it, to just trust you that you will take it there. God, we just pray over every single relationship, future relationships, and that they see you more than they see anything else, because you are the one who makes it all happen, and we are thankful for that. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Play ball.